We'll meet.
Today we're going back to the Bassingbourn Air Base, where I was stationed with my crew during the war.
Oh, is that where we're going to be?
We'll meet Colonel Jerome Church at the front door.
That's correct.
This is the officers' mess at Bassingbourn, where I was stationed during the war, and here's a Johnny showing us the 91st Bomb Group sign on the bus. This is his wife, Tony. This is the first place we always stop when we get off the bus. While this is now a ground troop base, they still have in the officers' mess pictures of the B-17s as they were during World War II when I and my crew were in Bassingbourn. We're now going to the prop memorial ceremony. That is Colonel Jerome Church. This is the program for the 91st Bomb Group Memorial Association Prop Dedication Ceremony. This has been on the base for a substantial length of time. They are now dedicating a plaque which will be in addition to the prop.
Very good morning to you all and welcome back to Bassingbourn Barracks. The sun is shining and we are met together today to remember before God all those who served with the 91st Bomb Group in the cause of freedom, justice and peace.
Those that were among the first group that came over here, both air crew and ground crew and support units, will you please come up and help unveil the marker?
These were the men who came over in 1942 when the bomb group first came to England. You know, sometimes I forget how old I am, but when I look at these dudes, I realize that I'm not as young as I once was. This is the plaque that they're dedicating today.
Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
The plaque that they are dedicating today reads, "From this Bassingbourn, England site, the men of the 91st Bomb Group participated as part of the 8th Air Force in the European Theater of Operations during World War II. After forming in June 1942 and training in the United States, they arrived in England in September of 1942. Supported by 2,000 ground personnel, 91st officers and enlisted men flew 9,591 B-17 combat sorties and participated in 340 missions. In the air battle for freedom, the 91st lost 197 B-17s while destroying 420 of Adolf Hitler's German aircraft. Lost were 1,010 combat crewmen, 899 killed, and 111 missing in action. And more than 960 crewmen became prisoners of war. This is the wording on this plaque, installed on this permanent RAF base, which is now used for training ground troops for Northern Ireland.
Hey, Jack!
My crew served in the 324th Bomb Squadron. This is it. We were called Coletti's Wild Hares.
Hey, you got it going?
Yeah, it's going.
This is the airstrip that we took off each morning that we went on a mission. These are some old 8mm pictures that I took with a little 8mm camera while I was serving with my crew over in the 8th Air Force. The fellow on the left is the priest. He was out there every morning seeing us off. I had finished my 35 missions and was out taking pictures of the planes taking off. I was all done when I took these pictures. Oh, and here I am with my crew. There I am with my 50,000-hour crush in my hat. Humming. There is the old control tower. That is the control tower, which is now a museum. Now looking down the flight line at the hangars. Air Museum up here in the tower, which has a lot of pictures of the 17s and the crews. This was the first ship we flew over here, Yankee Gal. Picture of Little Miss Mischief, which was our third airplane. Our first airplane was Yankee Gal, then we were assigned a no-name plane, which was Dimply Easy, and our third plane was Little Miss Mischief. This looks like Little Miss Mischief was a rather unusual plane. Here is a mock-up of it. Two planes were badly damaged, and they took the front section of one, which was not camouflaged, and the rear section of another, which was camouflaged, and created Little Miss Mischief. It had excellent flying conditions, and I flew quite a few missions in it.
Awarded to Vincent, the curator, Control Tower Museum, with sincere appreciation from the 91st Mob Group Memorial Association. 8 May, VE Day, 1992. Vincent, you work hard for it. You deserve it.
Paul, thank you. Well, I didn't know that. Well, look at that.
Yeah.
What can you say?
We love the surprise.
What can you say? Well, we were supposed to do this in the officers' mess, and the colonel told me all the presentations had been done, so
yes.
Never mind. Well, that is marvelous. Isn't that?
The H part, that's your room right up there. Here we're finding our old rooms and our barracks. We'll go around and get my part now. I can remember this is where Ray and my room was, up here in this corner of this barracks.
Dark green up there.
And when he was a big wheel, this is where he lived at that time. All right, and now we'll back up and get you in the total picture here. And you think that was your room?
Don't get the garage, because we might not see the garage.
Can you believe that he lived in this splendor? We were in that old beat-up H barracks, and he ended up being a big wheel. Thank you. I believe this is the briefing room that we went to each morning to find out where we were going to fly to on the mission.
You know something? You guys got nothing but the space. We had our
So this was the old briefing room.
Yes, that's right. Yep.
That's amazing.
Mike, this is where we laid out the plan for the mission.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Set the late takeoff time, estimated time from target, and so forth. Pretty sure this was a...
Before you came in and talked to all of the...
That was laid out the mission for the other navigators.
yeah, oh, for the following day. The front end of the briefing room, which is now the chapel, where we picked up our parachutes and got ready, put on our flying clothes, and went out to the flight line. This is where they hung the parachutes to repack them.